Hello guys, we are where we just left off. The only difference was I'm going to move this. I really haven't done anything. It's still bolted in. I pulled this board back. That's all I've done since a minute ago. I'm going to try to push this back. I don't know if I can or not. If not, I'll have to start the carriage up. It's not looking too good. But we'll see. I want to get it back to where it's kind of safer to play with. So if it rolls off, it doesn't roll onto me. I can start it up, but I don't feel like making the noise. Guess what? Got to get my hickory stick. It only needs to go back a few more inches, but I feel happier with it back there than here. So bear with me. You're real time. Like I said, if I thought about it, well, I wanted to get that board out of there. That's back to where I put my removable bunks in there now, and I'm not as worried about it coming down on me. Now it doesn't matter what I do, you guys are going to be, well, in the way and on my back, with my back at you, and that's just way it's got to be. Maybe I'll put you up here on this thing because you're not getting a full view. It's not shaking here right now. Yeah, that might be better for watching what I'm doing. I might crash. I don't know what's going on. I got to make sure the record is on the record. Yeah, the little red button's on. What my plan is to roll back that way 90 degrees, because right now this side is light, that side is heavy. So that's going to want to go down. And this log is nice and round, so it should cooperate. So I'm going to put these out here just in case it decides to come at me. Theoretically, that will stop it. Oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't tighten this up. I think I want to do that. Of course, now the carriage is in the way, totally in the way, but I think I can get it. It's just it's not a safety thing. Well, I guess if you have a crash, it's not safe. I don't know, but it just there. It doesn't take long to put that on. It's kind of like cheap insurance. Now, with the dogs in, I'm going to reverse it, and I think it's going to want to go that way. Because like I said, it's this side's light. I'm hoping that you're seeing it. This side's light, and the other side's heavy. I'm sitting on that last cut was 19 inches, so I'm within my target zone for being able to just salt straight through now if I want. Now hopefully this will go back and I won't have to jump like a leapfrog. Doesn't want to go. There it goes. It had pressure on it going back. See how easy that's pulling? So I'm not as worried about it. In fact, these are holding it from going right now. Sawdust is getting to me. I guess it should roll back. See, now I want it to roll back 90 degrees. That's well, I'm gonna come in and dog it. If I dog it, it'll pull straight. If I don't dog it, it'll roll. And I don't want it to. I need more room back there. I think 2 dogs might hold it. Hopefully it should come forward, but not roll. see what I got down there. I got plenty of room. Now it should roll back. This is real sawmilling, guys. This is the way they used to do it. Lordy. Need my head checked here. It's actually pretty safe. I don't really need these bunks on here right now, I don't think. But I'm going to keep them on there. Did you see that move? Now it won't come off. Usually it'll come back off. Let's see what we got here. Of course, we got the boards back there in the way. See, when I pull it, it rolls. Now, if it's comfortable there, it'll roll with me pulling it. That's where it wants to be comfortable at, and that's not where I want it, because it really wouldn't make any difference in the long run. I don't think that's level, but when I come in, it's going to leave. Yeah, I need it to be a little bit of an uncomfortable log, so I need to have it tilt just a hair back, so when it dogs, it takes up the pressure, then it'll roll level. So that's what I'm shooting for, and I'm pretty happy with this one. It's going pretty good. I'm going to remove that. I think I'm up against the L's. It doesn't want to be, it's not a happy spot for it. I can tell you that right now. Yes, that's not happy. But that's where it's got to go. Either that or it's got to come down on that flat. And I didn't want it to come down on that flat. That's about where I want it. Right now it's tilting that way just a hair. Not terribly. It's up against the bunks. And after I bite it in and take that chunk out, I think it's going to come pretty daggone close to level. And we take another couple whacks at it. That one's not touching the bottom. Alright, now is what I want to do. When I take this chunk out down here, I want to see it just come a little bit this way. Well, it didn't come as much as I wanted it to. How much am I out? Woo! That's more than I thought. I'm out an inch. I got to replan this. Replan it, guys. I like it to be, actually I like it to be right on the money. So, we want it to roll a little bit. So I will give it slop. Might have to do this a couple times. See what we got now. See, I got a little bit more. Now in the long run, this doesn't make any difference, but it doesn't make for a very square. I'm down to I'm only off a 1/4 of an inch. So we might do it again. Pretty happy there. I'm a 1/4 inch on that distance there. I'm a 1/2 inch. I'll try it again. Give it a little more. Of course, now I'll probably go the other way. Now let's see what we got. Bubbles in between the two lines, and it's moving forward, so the slop is out of it now. I'm at 21.5. I got to get a tape to see where I'm at. Woo, I'm at 25. I'm going to be taking this is kind of swelled here. I wish it was back a little bit further, but I'm at 25.5. What did I say I was at? 21.5. I'm going to take a 4-inch chunk off of here. This is at 21.5. That's kind of where I want to be right here, though. I think that's part of the 21.5. That's really where I want to be. And so we'll come down here. We're going to take a couple whack attacks at it. I told you this was a long-term thing, but it takes a lot longer when you're videoing, because you know I want to show you different ways of doing it. But there's my barbell. See it? It's almost perfect. You know what they say? If you say something's perfect, it's because you didn't measure it close enough. Well, I measured this close enough, and it's perfect. That's the way. So I'm going to take a couple whacks. This is going to take about 4 inches off here, but when it gets down here, remember I'm at my cut here right now is at 21.5. So if you put that on that's from there, that's going to be sawing it right down the bark range. So that's right about where I want. It might skip out there and then cut that low spot out. So let's see what we got here. We're going to start everything back up. You're going to have to put your ears back in. That makes a nice turtle shelf and a shelf for my stuff. Got to put my goofy hat on so the sawdust doesn't go down my back. We're going to leave you on this side because that saves me walking around a little bit. So now I'm going to start the engine up. Oh, I got to take this off again. You guys didn't remind me about that again. But somehow my feeble little mind remembered. Now on the big automated mills like Mark's, when he parks it, he's got 2 pieces of angle iron, I guess, that come in and lock themselves together. I don't know if you're seeing me. He has 2 pieces of angle iron or something underneath there that locks that in the whole spot there. So guess I'm ready to go. I think I'll move. The first one's going to be slab and got to go take that one's got to go down the track. The second one's going to come up here. Come on here. Look how slippery that stuff is. Oh, well, it's lifting it up down there. All right, put your ears on. We're going to go again. See the sawdust going up the thing. It has an enormous amount of sawdust. I think that's a pretty good spot for you. I'll be pulling the lever back a little bit. You won't be able to see the sawdust because the log's going to be in the way. Now I gotta get rid of that slab. Gonna be too good. Because right here, this is not real good wood. It's not bad. It'd be good for a barn, a siding or something like that. Because the other side will look good, but this is kind of shaky here. The face is only this way. A little bit of spalding. Not that I care. I'll pull it back. Take one more slice. take a 5-inch cut. I'm gonna turn this off. Got to think about this a little bit. You guys got sawdust on you. Where you been, at a sawmill? What I want is a 5 by 10. So here at 5 inches, I'm missing that rot. Come down this way, okay? But then if you go from this point up to here, I got another 10 inches in this area that doesn't look too bad. Now the problem being, okay, at 5 inches, I get a little bit of wane. I can still get my, right here, my 10-inch log with just a little bit of, I guess they call that wane in there. And then on the other end, oh, I gotta walk around, I'm getting too tired. Believe it or not, I was cold when I came out. It chilled down nice. And now I am soaking wet sweat. So it ain't easy. It takes twice as long when you're videoing, so if you keep that in mind. What I got down here, which is kind of upsetting to me, is the 2 hearts. See the heart there? See the heart there? Well, at 5 inches, it puts that heart off center. And so if I took one slab, I'm gonna measure it a little closer. If I take one slab, that'll put that heart just about in the center of that beam. But I know that heart doesn't go down that whole log. It only goes down a ways, but that would, anything to the left of the heart goes one way when it's dry, and anything right of the heart goes the other way, and up and down. It always goes goofy. So I know that I'm going to have a goofy part right here. But if I take one more slice, that would put my 5 inches, I can't get the ruler with one hand, at 2.5. See, I can take one more, and that's going to put that just about in the center, and put that closer to the center. And see, that's where the 2 come together there. See, that's at 6 inches. Well, then I'm going to have that in there. And that's going to be, I don't know whether that goes that way in the log or goes this way in the log. It should theoretically disappear in the log because that's where it started. So it's kind of a, what are you going to do? That's what my dilemma is. Then the second cut, I was going to take out of this section here originally. But now I'm looking at taking this out down there. So I just got to, you know, there's, oh my goodness, I gotta climb back over this stuff. Too old to climb over this stuff. You know, this would make a pretty daggone nice beam right here on a wagon. It's pretty clear. Don't know where that picks up. I think I'll go this side here because it looks pretty decent. I think I'm gonna come in 5 inches. Like I said, at 10 inches I'll have a little bit, but that gets smaller as it goes that way because the log is round, so it gets smaller. So I think I'm going to take my 5-inch cut, and then I can trim it to suit myself. But once I get that off, you're going to hear a boom, guys. It's going to go down. We're going to do it in this thing here. But see, I don't know if I can get I can't get that out of this side down here because of that rot, and you don't know where it's at. But I can get it out of here, so that's what I'm thinking. So I'm going to take a 5-inch slice off this thing, and that thing right now is, I forget how high it is, but it's right high. It's going to go boom. Mark will hear it up at his place. This is going to be a boom. And let's see. So it'd be 5 inches by, it gets deeper as it goes in, 16 inches. So it's going to come down. I've had it come down and crash and break these things. That's why just about every frick sawmill that handle's broke. It's because it'll come down because the clearance in there, when that drops down, the clearance in this area here, it gets really tight, and that thing's going to go boom. So let's, I don't know the best place to put you guys. Right now I'm going to put you there, and then we're going to come in and move you back where you've been for this one here. So, one cut. for a second. I gotta pull it in 5. Look, go up, touch it, and measure it. I'm all right with that. Here we go. I'm going to put you right here. Crash that. Look at the sawdust. That's no bother, that was just temporary. But that's the problem, they didn't put a long enough width in there. Even without that board only took up a ½ inch. But what happens, I'll turn the thing off. That's the biggest problem that I see with a lot of these old mills, is when that came down, it crashed that. Well, if you don't have that board there and you got a little bit bigger, you crash this and it breaks this piece here. This I had to buy a new one I bought a couple of them. Jeffrey makes them out of steel, but if that doesn't break, then something else is going to break. It's just going to go down the line. They can't take that kind of poundage. Well, there it is, guys. I didn't look to see if the other side came out at 5 inches, and it doesn't make any difference. It's a farm wagon. The height, the up and down, that's right about 5 inches, if you can see that. So I'm all right with that. It's going to take me a little finagling to get it back down to this side. I got to come in with a Bobcat. I don't know if that's something that you guys want to come along with. It is a, what did they call it? A short story or a whatever. But I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm getting into heart now and problems in here. So I don't know how deep that is. There's something wrong inside of there. And I did, I'm running out. I'm down to less than a minute, guys. I think I'm pleased the way I cut that right there, because I stayed out of that. I think that'll be fine. This is what the other side of that board looks like, so I'm fine there. So do me a favor, guys. If you want to see more of this monkeying around, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'm going to keep going. I don't know whether I'll film all the moving this stuff around, because I'll be over there, then over here, then over here, then over there, and I might do it, might not. So I guess if I didn't do it, you'd be mad at me, and if I do it, you don't. If I do it and you don't like it, you can just zip out of it. So I'll probably record it. So this is a mini series. That's what it is. The Sawmill mini series. So thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button, subscribe button, ring the bell so you get it when I'm back up. Out of here. Bye now.